What's going on, guys? Jake Jalbert here, Brian Jalbert, and we are the Jalbert Brothers.
That's right, you guys.
And we are,
as some people call us, we are the Jailbird Brothers.
Jailbird.
Jailbird.
Why do people call us the Jailbird Brothers?
I don't know, man.
I have no idea on that note. I don't know. And we're going to kind of start this live stream off with a little story about a project that we had in the beginning, I would say the beginning of our career. We had this project called In Your Image.
In Your Image. Sounds sexy.
And I'm going to let Brian kind of start the story off about kind of how that project came to life and kind of where we went with it and kind of the overall outcome and what we learned from that. So towards the end of this talk, it's going to kind of come around and you're going to kind of understand what this whole thing is about. So thank you guys for tuning in, and Brian's going to start it off and we're going to do a little Jalbert Brothers.
Alright, guys, so let's talk a little bit about the beginning here. So our first project was called House Guest. We shot that, okay? It was our first feature we did. It was starring Alex Vincent from Child's Play, Chucky movies. If you guys know the Chucky movies, he was in that. It was a horror movie.
Was this before the other project stemmed?
This was before. We shot that, that I can remember. Yeah, we shot that, okay? And then we had this idea for this film. Our friend of ours, really close friend, the guy who was an executive producer on House Guest, had this great idea for a movie because he was a detective, and he worked for the sheriff's department for 27 years. If I'm getting that right, he's probably going to give me a hard time, but 27 years. He retired, and he had this idea for a movie that was just blew us away, and it was so vivid. And the idea of this film is called In Your Image, is great. Okay, so what we did is we got the money together to get the script going. We got a script writer on it, and then we wrote the script. And the first draft was a little rough. It felt like he kind of pieced some things together. So we had him go back and re-keep it like where the story was. Okay? So he went back, he rewrote it, and it blew us away. And still to this day, okay, the reason we're talking about this is because, hey Lisa, how are you? Hey Kathy, good to see you guys. The reason I'm talking about this is because that was our dream project. Like, we still haven't even made that project.
Kind of walk them through kind of what we went through to try to get the funding for it and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I'll take you guys through the process. So we got the script done, okay? We put together a pitch packet.
Or how we attempted to get
So
money.
I put together a really nice pitch packet. And basically what a pitch packet looks like is it's got the cover on it, it's got the synopsis, it's got who's attached, it got talks about the funding and how it's going to be dispersed to the investors and everything like that. So I created a really nice pitch packet. We put that together, did some cover art for it, and went out to get $500,000. Okay. Now at the time, we really didn't have much experience. We did a couple short things, and we had video experience, and we shot a feature film. Okay, that was the extent of it, and we shot it with, you know, a child star on a really small budget, very guerrilla style. So we put this packet together, and then, hey, what's up, Sean? High five you. We put this together, and then we go out there and we start hitting the pavement a little bit, and we started pitching it, and we started to get a lot of no's, and that's the game, right? So the problem we had and the problem we ran into is we didn't have the experience, and we didn't bring somebody on that had the experience, the film experience, an experienced producer, an experienced director. And it's kind of a little bit of a catch-22 because in order to get that director or the actor to sell that project, you got to have clout, okay? Or you got to have the money. And without the actor, it's hard to get the money. Without the money, it's hard to get the actor. Okay, so we went out there and we pushed it, and we just kept getting no. We kept getting kind of the same thing. They didn't believe in us enough to put that type of money into it. So what I realized and what I've come to realize is you need the experience. Okay? You need to get out there. When we did it, we needed the experience. We needed to get out there more, and we needed to prove what we were capable of doing. So that's what we did. We went out and we shot a TV pilot called 10 Seconds to Run. We just shot another feature film called Alone that is awesome, and it's really going to lead to that next big thing. I really see that leading us to the next step as far as getting In Your Image done, because we still haven't did our dream project. Okay, we did projects we liked and what we were capable to do. Like House Guests, we were capable of doing that, and it was great experience. Ultimately, those couple projects led to working with Burt Reynolds and Amy Smart on Apple of My Eye, which was huge experience. Okay, we're a couple guys that didn't have no connections in when we first started out. We had no ties to the film industry. We had no film school. We were high school dropouts, and we really didn't have many mentors. And the only one mentor we did have was a grip that we knew that would let us come on set with him, and we kind of got a feel for how the set would work. You know what I'm saying? So the title of this is Your Dream Project's Not Your First Project. You do. Okay? That is huge. That is a huge learning experience when you become self-aware and you realize, fuck, man, I'm not ready for this. And it's not lowering your standards or lowering your bar, because we wanted to do it ourselves. I didn't want to give that project to somebody else, another director, and do it. We want to direct it. We want to produce it. We just didn't want to sell it or give it to somebody to do. We wanted to do it. And that's where we're still at. And I know that project is going to be coming out soon. We're going to be working towards that. Thanks, Skylar. We want to inspire and motivate, people out there to take the plunge like we did and just went out there and made our first feature. That's what it's about. It's about just doing and taking action. Sometimes we sit and we can be our worst enemy because we're thinking so much about things being perfect. The perfect editing or the perfect actor or the perfect line to say. Nothing will ever be perfect, in my opinion. I feel like nothing will ever be perfect that we do. But it'll be better than the last project. Okay? And we're working towards being great. So if we can reach great, when we reach that great status level, we'll probably still want to improve. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know because I'm not there yet. You get what I'm saying? So what we want to do is we want to document our journey, guys. We want to document us every day. We want to have these live interactions with you guys. Ask questions if you're struggling with something, or if you know something I don't know, and we can help you out, and you can help us out, or whatever. That's what it's about.
Does it make sense to you guys that, when you're first starting out, you have a project that you might want to do, that you're not able to do it because you don't have the connections yet, or you don't have the money? Have that ambition and have that dream to get to that project, but you have to start with something that you're capable of doing, and doing it to a level of the best of your ability, So that's what we're saying.
Anthony's back.
Hey, thank
you. What's up,
you.
Anthony?
It's
Good
actually morning for Anthony right now.
It's night for us.
He's up and at 'em. And Anthony, make sure you do something today to get to where you're going with your film career.
Yeah.
And I don't want to butcher your name. Yo, thank you. Progress, action, and advice.
We're gonna pronounce it wrong, but I apologize for this. Shout out to Robertino. Thanks for the big ups, the J Bros, because that's what we go by, the JB Bros, Jalbert Brothers.
JB Brothers.
It's you know what, we come to realize that when we take action, things happen. Period. That was the biggest thing that we learned. Every time we move forward with something, right? Because what tends to happen is sometimes you hold yourself back. Oh shit, I'm not ready. Whoa, wait, I can't show anybody the script. But every time we seem to do something like that or move forward, it always leads to something better. You know what I'm saying? It always leads to another step, another connection or another person we meet, or another script writer, or another project, you know? It's just amazing how things work. It's just crazy that when you don't hold yourself back, you know, and just wait around and hope somebody out there is going to see your talent. If you're not putting your talent out there on display, nobody's going to see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a snowball effect. Fucking so right. I love that terminology.
Thank you, Sean. Hey, thank you guys for. Whoa, we almost lost you.
Almost lost you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys found value from this, if you got other filmmaking friends, phone calling in. Share this on your page. You know, let people know, let people aware to, you know, what we're doing, what you're doing. Give us some likes, give us some shares. We love just sharing our journey and what we've been through, and we're going to keep doing it. So as further up the ladder we go, we're going to keep documenting and we're going to keep running lives and giving advice, because you guys probably know there's not a lot of producers or directors who do this, not that I know of. And we're not asking, we're not selling anything. We're just here giving advice.
We're just documenting our journey, man. We want you guys to be able to look back, right? And even us to say, damn, those guys did it. Like, how did they do it? Well, look at our talks. You know, we're showing the progression or the progress. I wish we would have did this earlier, you know, back when we did house guests and stuff, because it would have shown that progression to where we worked with Burt Reynolds and Amy Smart, Apple of My Eye and stuff. So we just didn't do it then, and I don't think they even had the live thing. So now with the live stuff, like, it's great. Like it, share it, give us some hearts, guys. Give us some love. You know, ask any question you guys feel free to, or share something about yourself that can help others.
Maybe what's your ultimate dream project? Do you guys understand that you might have to pull it back to start? You know, you might have to wait for that dream project. We're going to go through a question here.
I've been passionate about acting for years and want to give 100% from here on out. What would you say is the best way to contact with people if you don't know anyone in the area? So James, we have a really great video with a veteran actor, Michael Millhone, who worked in the business for 30 years. That's on our page. Check that out, because there's a lot of great info. But just go out there. Hey Sarah, go out there, okay? Show some love, give some hearts. Go out there and meet people. Like, just look up on Facebook. There's meetups for actors. Go to meetup.com. There's meetups for film people and filmmakers. So I would go to those things and just start talking to people. Tell them who you are, what you do, what you're trying to do. And then what in return, you'll meet some cool people out of it, and you can start working. So go out there and start giving it 100%. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just taking them steps, because we can come up with ideas all day, like, you know, what's going to make me a better actor? You know, you gotta do the work, and you gotta take the steps moving forward, and make sure that you're patient and know that it's going to take you 10 years if you've just gotten started. Yeah. And maybe you're 5 years in, maybe you're behind. You know, maybe you're 40 and you wish you were further. Well, start now, catch up, and get to where you want to be, because it's not over.
You know what really helped you too? Start doing Facebook Live, man. If you're an actor, like, do a couple scenes, do some funny stuff. What was that video you showed me of that kid with the hair?
Oh, you guys probably seen it. He's like, "Dad, I'm not your fucking dad." It's just a funny video. I shared it on my page. It was just, you got to come up with different ideas. So maybe it's not you just getting hired as an actor. Maybe you make your own way. Maybe you build a personal brand or do a funny video that goes viral.
And then boom, now people are calling you to act because they've seen your video you did. So you got to think outside the box. Don't go to traditional route. Like, okay, let's say this way. When I first started, the reason I did house guests was because I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be an actor, and I wanted to be on camera, so I decided to produce my own movie. So that's a suggestion too. Produce your own movie if you want to be a lead in it. And that's what I did. I put myself in it. You guys can check it out, house guests. You can give us some thumbs ups or some thumbs down. I don't care. But check it out. Be aware of it. You'll see where we were at in that progression. But I wanted to be an actor. And I just started acting. Like, I just started doing things that involved it. And then what happens is you start meeting people that are in the same thing, you know? So just go after it. Any questions out there, Sarah? Sarah, what does she got? Her IMDb? Just dropping to say hi. Interested in working on upcoming project, moving to NYC. So anybody in NYC, Sarah is looking to work with you guys. Make sure you check out her IMDb. I know I'm going to check it out after we get off the stream. But thanks for dropping a line. And anybody looking to work with her, definitely connect with her. I will look into those. Yeah, James, just look into it, man. So, you know, I was talking to this kid today, and 15-year-old kid, and he's talking about doing this project. And I asked him what the budget is, and he said $300,000. It's a remake of Halloween he wants to do on $300,000. I said, man, who's going to give you $300,000? You're 15. Like, and I didn't want to crush his dream, because that's not what we want to do. We want to bring people up and help promote each other. But at the same time, you got to be realistic, and you got to realize, set those goals, okay? But know where you are. Get experience. Experience is going to separate you from the other people out there that have none. Okay, so if you know how to run a camera, if you know how to run sound, if you know how to act, if you know how to direct and produce and all, you know these things, you know how to edit, you're self-sustainable. You can write your own movie, you can direct in it, you can push it, you can do whatever. I knew this kid, and it wasn't perfect. This guy, friend of ours back in the day, he literally set his thing on a tripod and he shot his own movie himself. He edited it himself. He acted it himself. He did the sound himself. I think he had his wife help him out on it. But that's what it takes. Dude.
And he could have sat around and would have been like, I got nobody to help me. I got no crew. I have no actors. I have no experience. The movie does not look good. But you have to give respect where respect is due. This dude set a tripod, like he said, or set a camera on a tripod. The whole movie's black and white. It was just him and one other guy in a movie. He was the actor. He was the producer. He did it all. And is that the bad way to go? Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a good way to go. But he took the steps. He didn't let anything stop him or make excuses.
So we got a thing here from Sarah. Sarah said, thanks. Sylvester Stallone worked on Rocky, and a lot of people didn't know he wrote, produced the film. Very cool. Very cool. But the only thing about that story I don't like is it gives people this misinterpretation that everybody's going to make it that way. Like, you're going to get lucky and somebody's going to see your script and pick it up. Don't let that be your only option. That is great to have, and keep working at that. But the thing about him that separated himself was he was talented. He was artistic. He had experience. He did acting. He really didn't get too much, but he got a couple of things in the beginning. I think, trying to remember the film he was in before that, before the porno that he did. But there was something else he did. So, don't think, lose that thing of winning the lottery. Make your own destiny, guys. Because not everybody's going to win the lottery, but everybody can make your own destiny. You can create your own production company. You can create in your area your own feature film that makes money back and gets you noticed in that area, and you keep building. That's a definite. Hoping somebody picks up your script or hoping somebody discovers you, that's putting your destiny in somebody else's hands. And I don't like that. I did that with music. I ran into problems where, we put our destiny, wanted to get signed to a deal. So I'll tell you a little bit about our music career. So we did that for 10 years, okay? We were in the music business. And the whole time our biggest goal was getting signed to a deal. We thought if we got signed to a deal, we would make it. That would be it, right? So we did this for 10 years, and eventually we did. We got signed to a deal. We got flown out to Baltimore. All this stuff happened. We signed $1 million contract. We got checks in the mail. I think the first round of it was like $15,000 for us. There's 3 of us, and then we were supposed to get more checks, but the deal fell through. Okay, the whole thing collapsed. They ended up going to jail. They wrote bad checks, but it was just a bad situation, and it's one of those things where bad things happen too. So make your own destiny. Don't put it in somebody else's hands. You got more control over what you can do for you than what others are going to do for you. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for the comments, the love. I appreciate you guys' response. Make sure you guys heart this, like it, share the stream.
Share any questions you guys have. We're just some guys who didn't have, any connections in the industry. We dropped out of high school. We did not go to film school. I picked up a camera. I just started moving. And we just kind of fell in love with it. We did it as kids, and it's just something that we love doing. And now we're at a level now to where we produce films full time. We own a couple companies and we produce feature films, TV stuff full time. We have a show, Haunted Tours, in development. We're working on now. We're shooting, comes out in October, as well as a movie we're editing and a documentary we're getting ready to start. The documentary is gonna be really cool. We're gonna document that ourselves as well. Liking and sharing. Hey, thank you, Sarah, so much. Any questions you have? Sarah, where are you at right now? Is you an actress? Are you...
Yeah, she's an actress.
You're an actress.
She's getting ready to go out to New York, she said.
Awesome. That's
awesome.
so
awesome. Good for you.
I would love to head out to New York soon and check that out. So if we're out there, Sarah, we're going to get with you and work out some stuff. James, are you guys in Tampa? We are in Tampa, man. We're here in Tampa, Florida. You know, trying to build a studio here in Tampa, Florida. The next Warner Brothers. Here's our logo. Jalbert Brothers. We want this on the top of a statue. Just working at it every single day. We just pick away at it, just like pick away at it every day, a little bit every day.
So we got another comment here. What happened?
That's awesome. Getting leads now before you go up there, that's great.
Yeah, that is.
You're in Fort Myers, James. That's awesome.
Nice, James.
So you're not too far from where we're at. You know, there's not that much out here, but you can make your own. You can make your own destiny. You know, with the internet now, you can reach so many people. All you guys are not in Florida. We're not sitting, you know, in front of on a stage. We're actually here talking to you live around the world. It's actually morning where Anthony is right now. You have shared, Sean. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks for the love, guys. Thanks for the share. We also had a comment. Somebody posted something that I seen about, I guess they got a horror movie, okay, that they're doing, and they wanted some advice. Okay, so first advice on making a movie, and this is just my opinion. If it's your first movie and you've never done it before, okay, and you're a producer, director, right? You're making it into a feature. I like that, Sean. Okay, so my suggestion to you is to keep it as simplistic as possible for yourself, so you can get the best quality, the best sound, the best feel. Because what happens is if you got too many locations, you got too much going on, and it's your first movie, you're going to be really stressed out, okay, and you're going to make a lot more mistakes. So make your mistakes on the first one, okay, keep it simplistic, keep the budget super low, you know, do a super micro budget movie, man, $1,000, $2,000, because if you can do a good movie on $1,000 or $2,000, I mean, there's no stopping you, you know, and then if it's good enough, you put it in some film festivals, the top ones, to get some recognition going, and then check on distributors. What are the distributors going to give you for it? You know, so have a distribution plan. Understand that you can self-distribute now. So if you make it on 2,000, you can hold your own premiere. You can get sponsors. We actually did it with House Guests. You guys can look it up online. You'll see the premiere we did. Get sponsors. And you can make money back on the movie and make the movie and then release it on Amazon. And you know what I'm saying? So there's more than what is just recommended to you by the big wigs, you know? What kind of lighting do you recommend for your first feature?
Martin, thank you for the question, man. You know what? You don't need a lot of lighting. Keep it simple. I wouldn't go out and buy a ton of lights. You do need lights depending on what you're shooting. Our last movie alone, I did not use a lot of lighting, and I did it on purpose. Because I kind of wanted it a certain feel. Practical lightings, you know, lamps and things like that, but you can use, you know, a little battery LED light. I have one of those. I still use it all the time for my film stuff. I love it. So keep it simple. If you don't have a lot of money, don't spend a ton of money, but definitely get some, you know, a decent light setup would be nice. Practicals, make sure you utilize practicals for, like, behind you. You know, make sure you study lighting. You know, study lighting first. You know the art behind the lighting. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Don't get too caught up into it. You know, keep growing, keep going as you go, but get enough information as you can and shoot the movie the best you can. You're going to look back and say, oh, shit, yeah, I could do that better. And then, but you do it better on the next one. And 5 or 10 years, you're going to be so good, people are going to be asking you to DP or direct or produce films. If you keep going and you don't stop, that's how you win. That's what I believe. That's what I believe how you win. And that's, you know, that's just what we're doing. So
it's more about how you light it than the lighting you use. You know, it's understanding what looks good. You know, where Jake has a little light we're using right now just for this thing. Yeah, see, now he's giving a different light. so he's moving it around to give something different. Here's a little back, you know. So I mean, you just it's all about how you do it, man. Look at some lighting tips and then use that. You know, I wouldn't overlight. That's what we did on our first one. It looks like a porno because we overlit it because we weren't really good at it. But now we understand it. Now alone looks tits.
So yeah, definitely, you know, learn what lighting is, and YouTube has tons of stuff. Just go on YouTube and just immerse yourself in it if you're trying to get good lighting. California will be there for the AFM.
Would you consider guys consider a project? Yeah, of course. I mean, if it's up our alley and people got a little budget. I mean, at this point,
what comment?
What guys?
James?
Yeah, no, Wayne.
Oh,
Wayne's
okay.
got some. But yeah, we would definitely consider a project. I mean, we just actually booked a documentary we're going to be doing. So I mean, as long as the budget's there and it fits in what we're trying to do, because we don't want to go backwards. We only want to move forward. So any project we're a part of has to be at a certain caliber now.
Wayne, thank you for the comment. Love
Definitely.
it. Appreciate it. If you like it, share it. You know, give us some likes. Share this stream. Make sure you guys go over to the Job Brothers page and like that, because we don't always share this in with the groups.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff we don't. And I want to answer James's question. James, your feelings about shooting on a smartphone. Dude, if you have a smartphone, but do it in a way that makes sense. So maybe you make a movie on a smartphone with a young girl Snapchatting, and maybe something happens. Like, how cool would that be? Hook her up to a mic. Like, get creative with it, you know?
Or she's on a live stream.
Or she's
like
on,
we're doing right
she's on
now,
a live
but it's a
stream.
movie.
Things happen. She picks up the camera. Like, make it interesting. Have a good story. You definitely need a good story.
Yeah. Just be creative. You know, I noticed this too. I'm getting this a lot. People say, oh yeah, well, I want to be artistic. I want to be creative, right? But yet you go, hey, do a movie in one location with one actor. It's like, well, how are you supposed to do that? It's called being creative and artistic, right? Don't think money's going to solve your problems, because it's not. The better you can do with nothing, the better you're going to do with something. That's what we found. That's what worked for us. It pronounced Wanya?
One yay. I'm not sure, Wayne.
One yay.
I'm not sure what
One
that
yay.
means. I'm not sure.
There we go. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, One yay, joining in and actually like commenting on the stream. Sorry we pronounced it wrong, but we appreciate you, my friend.
Anthony has another question. Anthony, thank you so much for checking this out.
Was shot on the smartphone, but it needed special apps to make it look exactly. So I mean, people's done it. People have done it, and that's what it's about. It's more about doing it instead of talking about doing it, and that's what we found. That's why I said in the beginning, just start moving, start taking action, start writing the script, start breaking it down, get some actors going, and then be ready to shoot it. But don't take 3 years on this. Take 6 months. Get it done. If it's your first movie, your first feature film, go get it done. That's important.
Anthony, let's see. Is there an actor who hasn't done much but has the look you are after? Would you cast them over someone fond about or have the look?
Acting, being able to carry a scene is super important.
Hasn't done. Well, it ain't about how much you've done. It's about how good you are. Like, if you're just a natural, you're a natural. I mean, we met a guy, Rob Mello, who wasn't. He was very in the beginning stage of his career. Didn't really do much, and he just blew us away. You know. So it matters how much you practice. Behind the camera is how you win in front of the camera. You know, it's like, you know, learning an instrument. If you learn in front of a crowd, you're going to be horrible and get booed, but it's how much you practice behind closed doors and really hone your craft is what I believe. But yeah, go out and shoot a movie with your iPhone, dude. That's what everyone's doing. People consume content on their phone more now than they do on a desktop or a laptop.
Or a TV.
So, just a tidbit. You guys are probably... I want you guys to answer this question. It's 21 people. Who here is watching this on their phone? Put 1. If you're watching on your phone, put 1. If you're watching on a desktop, put 2. I guarantee there are going to be more 1s than there are 2. Let me say that again. Put 1 if you're watching this on your phone. Put 2 if you're watching this on a laptop or desktop. There's 25 people. Let's see. Okay, we got James on a desktop.
We got a desktop
or a laptop. Let's see if this is a total failure.
We're even now.
We're even.
We're 1 and 1.
We're shooting this on our phone. We have 2 laptops here, so
Let me keep
2.
score.
That's 2. So we have a desktop.
So we got 2 desktop.
But most people 1. So we have 2 1s and 2 2s. So it's pretty even right
So
now.
that's 4 of you guys. We got 25. Let's see. What do we got? 1, baby. So we
2.
get another 1.
Editing on my other monitor. Okay, so he's doing some editing.
Okay.
Lewis. Doing
So
some
we're
editing.
tied now, guys. So we're 50-50. iPad.
Okay,
So
Kathy's
that's
on her iPad.
Kathy just did the iPad. So we're 4 and 3 right now. What else you guys got? So 1 for phone, 2 for
desktop or laptop.
desktop or laptop. Now we'll consider an iPad like a phone. That's
So
kinda like a
what
phone.
things are getting cut down now? Tablet as well.
So we'll consider that. So we're 5-3 right now for desktop to phone. Who else out there? Don't be scared to comment. Don't be scared to share or like the stream. Don't hoard this information to yourself. Send it out to your friends. Send us some hearts, send them some love, and share it on out.
So most content now is being consumed on a phone. So why not shoot it on a phone? People are going to watch it on the phone. Why don't you make it for a phone? For instance, look at Snapchat. You can't get Snapchat on a desktop. It's the newest thing. You can't post on Instagram on a desktop. Instagram, Snapchat are the newest things, right? So
let's want to keep that going. So 1 for phone.
What about even right now?
2 for desktop. If you're on a desktop, if you're watching this desktop, put 2 in the comments. If you're watching this on a phone or tablet, put 1. And we'll see where we're at. Right now, we're 5-3 for the phone. Anybody else out there? You guys watching? 2.
Julian is watching this on either a desktop or a laptop. So whoever, if you guys just joined in, Nick, are you burning something back there?
Nick, what you making,
You
dog?
cooking? Nick's doing some editing back there. It smells like
He's burning shit up.
He's about to smells like, dude. Let me see
Let's
what burner
see.
he's
What do
using.
we
I'm
have?
gonna burn my place down.
So what do we got right now? So guys, the biggest thing we feel and what worked for us, we're burning down. We're burning down the studio, dude. Are we really?
Don't worry about it.
We're burning down the studio. Now that would be live. I would literally pick that up and show you guys.
Oh my God, Nick.
Can we show them?
No.
We don't show them?
That's stupid.
Listen, no. Okay,
No,
so
we're gonna save it.
So
We're not gonna go in there. and
Nick
show.
here,
Nick-
working in the office with us, and he's
burning shit
cooking
up.
something. I'm guessing a pizza or something, and he put the George Foreman.
You left it in there.
Oh, I didn't put it in there. The George Foreman grill in the oven, and I don't.
Who leaves the George Foreman grill in an oven?
I didn't do that, bruh.
Oh, that was
I think it was
probably
a
the cleaning lady.
Cleaning lady came.
Damn cleaning lady, we gotta talk to her.
All right.
So definitely, guys, share the stream if you like it. Show some heart, show some love. So the things that work for us is all we can show you guys. I'm not one to try to preach and tell people what to do. We're just trying to tell you what we did and what worked for us.
Yeah. So hey, thank you, Kathy.
Kathy,
Yeah, Nick's here.
Kathy said hi, Nick.
Hi.
He
Okay,
said hi.
he said hi.
He's a little shy.
He
That's
is
how
shy.
Nick is.
All right. So what is there any advice that you guys want? Is there anything that we can specify maybe on anything to kind of help you guys, guide you in the right direction if we can? So maybe it's how do I produce a film for $1,000? How do I produce? This is why I like the live stuff because we can communicate. How do I produce a film for $5,000? Should I produce a film for $5,000 or should I go get $100,000? Is there anything that you kind of want some help with? If you don't know our background, high school dropouts, we had no connections. We've been building from the ground up. The last film, Brian was a co-producer on.
First AD, I got to work with the world famous Burt Reynolds. That's right, guys. And he called me a communist bastard, and I don't know why. But that's what he called me. That was just cool to be called that. And we got to work with Amy Smart, who was a sweetheart and super awesome to work with. So, I mean, that's what it's about, guys. It's about working together and kind of talking about communicating and trying to help you guys out where we can and vice versa with you guys. Definitely share anything in there as well. If you want to share your IMDb or your website or anything like that, go ahead and do that because it's all about working together. and it's about sharing what we do.
You work Amy Smart. Where'd you meet Amy Smart? Sarah,
where'd
you meet?
Where'd you meet her,
You
Sarah?
met Amy Smart. What film did you work on? Or maybe you met her in a coffee shop. I don't know. But yeah, she was great. Just natural. I mean, she just killed it. We loved, just being on that set, and it was a great experience.
I learned so much. So that's one thing I do recommend, though. So if you're gonna go make these movies on your own, go and get some set experience. Like, watch what people that are actually doing it on that bigger scale, you know what I mean? And learn from what they're doing. But at the same time, don't emulate that perfectly, because I think there's a problem in Hollywood. I think it's too blown out, and I think things need to be more condensed and tighter and more efficient. So that's just my 2 cents. So I've shot a short film, very little budget. My producer was so great. She got great location and stuff for free. Most of the budget went to food. It always goes to food. That was fine. But even on the simple feature, the budget is going to be considerably high. How do you shoot a feature film? Little money. I'm trying to do the math on 2,000 feature. Okay.
Jump it. You want to jump in? Or
Yeah, now let me talk about this. First of all, lose the locations. I'm going to tell you, go watch a movie called Tethered. Okay, it's by Chris Foster. Okay, it's on Amazon Prime. Watch what he did. We got an interview with him on how he made his movie for $2,000.
It's possible.
It's possible. We made House Guest on $3,000, but that's only because we had a child star in it. Okay, legitly, we spent $1,000 on that movie, and we paid everybody. So they're not going to get paid $100 a day, or $300 a day, but they're going to get something, and that's what it's about at first, because they're just starting out too. A lot of the actors we work with really never did any features. They did short films, so they want to be a lead in a feature. Of course they're going to come out and stretch their legs and do something more. So that's what it's about. I'm not telling you to go out and make a dream project on $1,000. I'm telling you to go make your first feature film on $1,000, because that's going to give you the experience you need. So when you get the real money, you're not going to fuck it up and blow it all.
So, to give you some, I guess I say, one location, and house would be great, because you can cook the food there. So don't shoot in the kitchen. Go shoot in the bedroom and the living room. Just 2 locations, then maybe something outside.
Yeah.
And then you can cook food on site, which is there.
Yep.
Go get some cheap food somewhere, something easy to make, Thank you, Martin. We appreciate it. Hey, if you like this, share the stream, guys. We're glad to give the advice, because we wish we had this when we started. So thank you guys so much. It means a lot. And so one location. I know it sounds tough, but one location, one actor, one lead actor. That's it. You only gotta, and then this is what's cool. You only feed one person. You only gotta pay that one person. So maybe you give that person $200-300 for the week, or maybe they just want to do it for free. Maybe you work out a barter system. Maybe you mow their lawn. Like whatever it is.
I'm gonna give them a little leadway.
Okay, and then so you do one location, you do one actor, and then maybe you have one other actor. Maybe the guy's freaking out or something. Like
I got the secret sauce. I got the creative recipe. You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna show you the recipe. In this envelope is a recipe to make a feature film on $2,000. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna turn it around, and I'm gonna give you a little leeway than Jake said. You need to make a 90-page. You probably can't read it because it's backwards, because we're jackasses and we got it flipped around. But 90-page script. 1 location, 3 actors. Keep it simple, and use a location that you have access to.
So and simple lights. Make sure you light them good. Make sure you get good framing. If you're framing somebody, you want it to be frame right. So spend the time on that, and just don't over nitpick it. 1 location, 1 actor. 1 location, 1 actor. 1 location, 1 actor. Don't get a huge crew. You don't need a huge crew. Boom guy, you need a boom person, you need a camera person, be the camera person, have your friend be the boom mic, barter with him, help him with his film, help her with her film. It's not as hard as you think. It's just a film. I mean, we're sitting at this table talking about film. We could shoot 20 minutes at this table talking about film. Somebody busts through the door and smacks us in the face. Like, it doesn't, it's not going to be a great film. It's not. make it to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And get it done. Now you have a film under your belt. Now you're a film producer. Now you're a film director. And now you just go from there. Make connections. Make it to the... I'm not saying, don't make it great. If you can make it great, maybe a guy's in a wheelchair. Maybe a guy plays music. Maybe he's a writer and he's writing stuff and stuff's, happening. Like, whatever.
All we're trying to say is don't let a budget or this idea of making something so great that you're going to get picked up stop you from actually doing work and making progress and becoming legit and becoming a name. And it's because we've done this that people know us around where we're at. People know us. Oh, they're the Jalbert brothers. Yeah, they did they worked with Chucky and they worked with Michael Millhone and they worked with Burt Reynolds and those guys. So, like, we're making a name in our area because of that and where we're going. You know what I'm saying? So look at it as a progression. It's a step. You're climbing steps with each film. You're getting better and better. Now, don't get me wrong. You could be somebody so creative and so good at what your writing is that you go out and you make a movie on 5,000 and it becomes the next you become the next Kevin Smith. That is possible. So have that option. But don't let it stop you from making a film. Okay? It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done. That's what it takes. That's just what we did. That's what
you just got to show up every day. And if you don't write, get somebody to write. Somebody will write your film. Somebody who's passionate about writing will write your film just to get their film produced because there's not a lot of writers getting their films produced. You know what I mean?
So do that. Oh, make sure you guys like the stream. Make sure you guys share it out. Let your friends know about us. Give us some hearts. We love the love. That's what it's about. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We try to help out where we can. Not everything we say is going to fit into what you may believe, but maybe one thing will. Maybe something that we say will strike a chord and you'll go, aha, I needed that. And then you go make your project. Because that's what we feel is super important. Just making some projects. Let's get this shit rolling. Like, let's make some things happen. Sitting around talking about shit ain't getting it done. Going out there and filming it and editing it and putting sound to it and getting the actors and going out to shows, networking with people is getting it done. It's not sitting at home thinking, and well, if I did this or if I did that, maybe this would work. Just start doing, and then it'll flow organically.
You'll meet people. They'll want to be a part of your projects instead of you fighting to get them on your projects. It's just taking the steps. Nobody wants to take the steps. They want to debate about budget or debate about cameras. Like, if you notice, we don't talk about cameras. I don't talk about lenses because it's not important.
We're shooting on a phone, and we got a camera just sitting here. This is one of our just laying around cameras. But, so, it's one of those things where it's... Sometimes you got to shoot on a phone to get your point across, and it's easier and it's more efficient to tell your story. This is our story, and that's all we want to tell is our story.
That's awesome, Sean. If you're doing it, hey, good for you, man. If you get it done, send us, the trailer, send us the film. We would love to take a look at it. Tell us your story. But don't message, trying to take from people or ask or just like, here's my stuff, like, just you got it. Like, you got it. Go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have...
what it takes. You know what to do.
Everyone who's watching has what it takes to go be the next Kevin Smith, Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino. When you understand that, this was huge for us because when we a mentor of us said, you guys are destined for greatness. Like, what? Dude, quit blowing smoke up my ass. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit. And then he kept saying it. I thought about it. And I'm like, he's right. You have to believe it first. So once you believe it, Martin, if you guys already believe it, Anthony, you guys got it. Sarah, go do it. Like, Kathy, you have it. Like, you have what it takes to go do it. Julian,
you got it.
Dude, go out and do it. Lewis, thank you guys for watching. Everybody for watching. It's just, you got to go do it, and you got to believe that it's possible. So when it hits your mind and you're like, I don't budget or I don't know, like, dude, just get started. Like, shoot a movie with your phone, 90-minute movie, critique it, do it again with a better camera, and people are gonna see your progression. They're gonna see, man, this guy does shit ass films, but he does them, and I want to be a part of that because he gets shit done. People want to be a part of stuff. People who are getting stuff done.
Nick, who was that guy that did that film? That dude that you showed me. One of your guys you like.
What?
I don't know. The dude that makes some really cheesy action flicks. He's a mentor.
Mentor of who?
Yours that you liked. What was that dude? You sent us the stuff on it.
Remember, he makes some cheesy.
He makes the
films?
cheesy action stuff, but it's pretty cool. And he built up a following because of it. And he makes them on really cheap budget.
Not entirely sure.
You know who it is. I can't.
I'm producing Sean's horror film. He is awesome to work with. I believe it. You guys, yeah, go out and make a feature. Like, it's only 90 pages. You know, spend 2 months every weekend, 2 days a week, shooting it, and you have a feature. Throw some music behind it. Don't overthink it, because you overthink it, you're never going to do it.
Look at it this way, guys. Until you have the confidence in yourself and you believe, ain't somebody else going to believe. They're not going to believe it until you have the confidence and you really do believe in yourself. And you're like, nah, man, I got this. I know what I'm doing. You know, you can laugh at me right now, but in a year, you're going to be like, holy shit, how did he do that?
And if it feels weird at first, like, this feels weird, like, just keep doing it, keep lying to yourself if it feels like lying. Keep lying, it's going to start becoming true. You're like, damn, I got it. Like, go do it. Like, I got this shit.
You don't need, Anthony, it's great because you don't need your own studio anymore. Or you don't need studios anymore. You are your own studio. What we're doing right now, we're technically a station, a TV channel. You guys are sitting here live watching us, right? We're live right now. So we're almost like they can go live on the debate and they can go live in the streets when an accident happens. We're live right now. We are our own studio. You are your own studio. Go live. Go make some films, okay? Go make your stuff. You are a studio. You can put it on Amazon and make money. If your budget's low enough, you can go make money on it, guys. Just make sure it's creative and it's got a good story and it's got some decent production on it, you know? You'll do good. You'll do good.
The first one, focus on getting it done. The second one, focus on a good story and getting it better. The third one, try to make something really good. The fourth one, try to make something great. Fifth one, you've got it. You made it. And it's just keep going. Like, you're not going to make your amazing film. So if you can't get romantic about the first one. Do not get romantic about the first one. You know, and the Kevin Smiths, yeah, the Robert Rodriguez,
They did it, though. They went out and did it. Like, that was what about. Robert Rodriguez went out and he shot a feature film on really low budget for then, with by himself, without a crew, and he went out there and he just made a movie, and it helped launch him. And then he helped his friends and people that helped him out. So that's what it's about. Those people do break out, but I'm saying don't let it stop you. Don't think that you have to make it so perfect. Because their movies weren't perfect. Look at Clerks and things like that. It was well written, and he had a really good story. Rodriguez had some really cool scenes and cinematography. He was a talented director and camera guy. So your talent will shine, and you'll get that break. But it may take you longer than the other person, because maybe your skills aren't just as good. You're not naturally as gifted, right? It's almost like an athlete. If you're playing against a big dude that's in football, right, and you're training less than he's training, guess what? You're going to lose. But if you start trying to train harder, you got the shot now to beat him. You know what I mean?
James, I think we are talking about Wong Fu. I think you're right about
Wong
that.
Fu, is that your boy? Wong
No.
Fu Productions?
No.
He says no.
Okay, no.
Okay,
that's
well,
not-
maybe. Yeah, I'm sure there's
Who's
other
the
guys
guy?
doing
He's
it.
in like Africa or something like that.
And Anthony, make sure you tag us on your live
your
stream.
mentor?
I would
Who do you
love
look
to
up to?
see you behind the scenes of Black Ghost. That would be amazing. I would love to see what you're doing. That would be great. So definitely run that live. Would love to see that. Make sure you tag the Jalbert brothers in it. We would love to see Black Ghost and what you're doing, and you're doing it, and that's key, man. So
You are your own studio. Right now, you are your own studio. That's what it's about.
Oh,
So
you
cool.
talk about the guys from Uganda?
yeah,
Uganda! What's the guy?
It's like Ramon Film Productions, Hollywood. Is that what
Nicholas.
it is?
Roman Films Production, Hollywood. I don't know.
They make these action movies for like $200 each, and they like make camera equipment out of car repair parts.
Yeah.
And, like, they mold it together and that kind of stuff. Just look it up. Just Look up Who Killed Captain Alex. You'll know what I'm
Captain
talking
Alex.
about.
So this guy, right, that he's telling you about, I went and looked at this stuff, really cheesy action stuff, but he's built up a following of people that love that stuff. So that's what it's about, finding your audience, finding people that are going to want to see what you're making, and that's how you make a living at it. That's what we're learning. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're building upon. Ultimately, we want to be like Warner Brothers, so we want to be on a really huge scale, but right now we're not there. We're not there, guys, but we're working on getting there, and we want to document our journey to get there. We want you guys to be able to be a part of it, and maybe we'll work with you guys one day. Maybe we'll cross paths, and you'll be like, hey, you guys are the Jalbert brothers. Yo, I got something I want to run past you. We're at an event or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, man. It's about working together.
Any last questions? Let us know if you guys found value from this talk tonight. Please share the stream. We're about to wrap it up. I don't want to go over an hour. So please share the stream. Give us some likes, some thumbs ups. We appreciate it. We're the Jalbert brothers, and we're just here to help motivate and inspire filmmakers.
First-time filmmakers to make that first feature film.
Not got the chance or got a mentor or need somebody. You guys can count on us. We'll be here. We're going to do videos every single day. We're going to keep going. Thank you. We appreciate you. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you, guys.
We are the Not Fucking Around crew.
And we're out. So stop fucking around and get it done. See you in 6 months. Send us your film. Would love to see it. Don't procrastinate, because we will have a film for you to see in 6 months.
Boom. Go do it.